who spent more than 35 years teaching people his tips. He's now collated them all into a book, Magic Beans, The Untold Story. He joins us now from Wellington. Terrence, welcome.
Good morning. Well, thanks for having us on.
Yeah, no, great to have you here. Can I ask you a few quick-fire questions that I always have from people, friends of mine who are in business? When it comes to being a business and starting one, should you ever employ family in a business, family members, or is that a big no-no all of the time?
Not all of the time, no. I wouldn't say. I mean, the general rule is don't go into business with friends or family. But I have to say, in some countries, that's impossible. I mean, friends and family are about the only people you can go into business with. But so it's not always a hard and fast rule. It just do your research first. Make sure you know you're both on the same page. There's actually a lovely group of friends and family which I've just been working with recently. They're an ideal set of business partners, so it doesn't always apply.
Should I start a business in a field that I'm not passionate about, or do you have to be really into something to make money out of it and make it work?
Absolutely. Passion is the key. Passion will actually get you over the humps. It'll get you over the inevitable problems that will arise, the inevitable cash flow issues that will arise, that you'll suddenly find yourself, with no money, no customers, a whole heap of problems, a whole heap of debt, and cash flow and passion will actually drive you past that and enable you to continue. If you don't have passion, don't even start.
Terrence, you were just 19 when you started your first business. I read you invented a coin reader for vending machines. How terrifying was it in those early days and being young in business? What did you learn back then? What's your advice?
Funnily enough, I was sort of went into business partnership more than anything. It wasn't me starting on my own. A guy came to me, he had a cigarette vending machine route in Auckland, and he had mechanical coin readers, and the prices of cigarettes were skyrocketing, and so he couldn't physically fit the coins into the mechanical coin readers, so he asked me to help him design a electronic coin reader, which I did, and he said, if you can design the rest of the machine, I'll give you half my company, quite literally. And that's what actually happened. And so that's what actually got me into business. It wasn't really, it was sort of a bit of a backwards approach, I suppose, from most people. But a lot of fun, he actually told me some silly things when I first started. He said, if you want to learn what it's like being self-employed, take a holiday for 3 months and then get into business. So I don't know if that's the best advice, I have to say.
I think about McDonald's, and I think about that movie where the bloke was selling hamburgers and he was going under, and it wasn't until he realised that he was actually a real estate business and not a hamburger business that he started to actually make a lot of money. Is that, obviously not everything's McDonald's, but is that actually a common scenario with businesses? They just don't realise what actual business they're in?
Absolutely. Look, the key issue here is most people don't understand that they're not building a job, they're building a business. Or they're not trying to sell a product, they're building a business. Or they're not trying to sell a service, they're building a business. And there's a massive difference. If you come out of a job and you want to continue to do that job but under your own steam as a self-employed person, what you end up doing is you build a job, not a business. And your problem there is you don't run the business runs you. And if you don't get your planning right in the beginning and you don't understand what it is you're building, I think Zig Ziglar said it perfectly. He said, if you aim for nothing, you're sure to hit it every time. And Roosevelt said, if you fail to plan, then you're planning to fail. So a lot of people just fail in their planning process in the beginning because they don't know what they're aiming for. They don't actually have a blueprint for business. It's like a builder building a house, but starting with no blueprint. I mean, if you employed a builder and you said, just build me a house, and I think you'd both be very disappointed about what the end result would be. And not knowing what a business looks like, not having that blueprint to begin with is really critical. And in here, I actually outline exactly what a blueprint, very, very, very simple blueprint for a business is, which gives you the foundations for knowing where you're going, what you're doing, and how you're going to get there. I mean, that's the critical issue. If you don't know what you're building, how are you going to build it?
I love that you have Magic Beans as the title, Terrence, but does that mean, based on having a blueprint, does that mean anyone can be a business owner, or are some people simply better as employees?
No, I actually think anybody can be a business owner. I don't think, you know, I could get into the history of employment, but no, I don't think there is an issue with anybody being a business owner. It's understanding what it is you're doing and being totally passionate about it, as Ryan originally said. Getting that passion right is key.
All right, Terrence, thank you. It's great to see you've got the book there with you. So we all know what it's called, Magic Beans by business consultant and author Terrence Bull. He's with us from Wellington this morning. Thank you, Terrence. Nice to see you.